we've got some exciting NBA news. You want to stick around for this one. Hello, everyone. My name is Simon, aka That One Announcer Simon. And we got some big news. Washington Wizards star point guard Trae Young has officially declined his $49 million player option for the 2026 through 27 season and is set to become a free agent by Monday. As a Wizards fan, this is some news that I expected. And if you were staying in the loop of the Wizards, you definitely expected. But all the other fans around the league are a little surprised or scared about what's happening. And I can explain what's happening. So everyone is on the same page about this. Now, I know this is my first talk about NBA, but I am a diehard Wizards fan. It's been a couple rough years, but we have a future going forward with Trae Young and Anthony Davis. But a lot of people in the league think Trae Young already wants out. He played 15 games last year for us after the trade deadline, but already he declined the player option. Ooh, he's going somewhere else. He's going to go to the Heat. He's going to go get a competitive offer from the Bucks. No. As a Wizards fan, it has been kind of circulating and has been a very strong talking point. Trae Young has always planned to decline the player option to then sign a long-term, more money deal. For example, instead of 1 year, $50 million, I was imagining the range could be about a 3-year, $90 million contract for him, where he is understandably getting more money in the long run, becoming the face of this franchise. And a lot of people around the league did not think so. They think Washington is a horrible place to be, and that is now not at all how it's being seen. And I think this is a great thing for the future. Having Trae Young be the front man with young guys like Trey Johnson, having Bub Carrington, having Keyshawn George as all the guards on this team. Even if you include Will Riley, who played a couple games at shooting guard, we have Leaky Black, we have Jameer Watkins. There's a lot of star talent, and it would just kind of make no sense to get rid of Trae Young. And it was already kind of stated that Trae Young and his agent already were going to decline the player option, sign a new contract. But I do want to see is a lot of these articles are also talking about that he might get a competitive offer from another team. See how much he can raise the price. Now, we'll see how far that goes, but yes, it was, as it was said, he's entering last season, he had a 4-year, $229 million contract with the Hawks. Hawks trade him to the Washington for scraps. I mean, he had a couple good games from CJ McCollum, and then he went away in the playoffs. But, yeah, as I keep reading through the ESPN article where I'm getting a lot of this information, is last year he had a sprain in his MCL and only played 15 games, didn't really do much with it, but he did play 15 games and average in about 20 minutes per game, 17.9 points and 8 assists across the year. And it's a very, very young core. They're talking about how he has to be the superstar, he's going to be great. But for some reason, everyone's reacting to this as like he's going to leave, he already gave up on Washington, this team is giving up. No. I think Trae Young is a superstar that just needs a new, fresh coat of paint, you know. He has a young core around him. A lot of guys that need developing, they need this veteran leadership, and I expect the Wizards to go hard after him. So maybe not. It's free agent deal, but he likes it. He wants to be here. I can't say that for Anthony Davis, but this team going in next year, I actually have making the playoffs. I know. I'm a delusional Wizards fan, I know. But a team with Trae Young, Trey Johnson, Keyshawn George, Bub Carrington, Alex Sarr, Anthony Davis, this team has potential in the future, and even Trae Young is talking about how this place is super appreciated by the rest of the league. They're kind of sleeper. I believe ESPN ranked them as the 28th best team. There's 30 teams in the league, and they just rated them as 28. With all this future, and they hold the number 1 overall pick, which so far what I've seen is AJ DeBonza. This makes me so happy. AJ DeBonza and De'Aaron Peterson both only worked out for the Wizards. Both of them believe they go number 1, and De'Aaron Peterson denied his camp with the Jazz, who have the whole second pick. AJ DeBonza, obviously being from BYU, you kind of gotta go to the Utah Jazz just to have the safety blanket. But I imagine if Trae Young signs another contract, stays another year, signs a long-term deal to stay here 3 years, and we draft DeBonza, that is a power team in the making, and I believe that is a full comprehension of how this team is going to be. This team isn't going to be in the basement anymore. We're going to shoot up. I wouldn't say go from number 28 to 1, but I would imagine it is also talked about that we are also trading for another lottery pick, which might be from the Thunder, because I have heard reports of Julian Champagnie getting traded for the lottery pick of the Thunder. And that is the exact the comparison I would personally have. I think in this new GM ownership, the Wizards are going to try and become the Thunder of the East. They're trading for draft picks. They're trading for young guys. They're making sure that they have the veteran help to develop these guys. Think about how you had Chris Paul for early Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And now SGA is a 2-time MVP. I don't think we have an MVP right now, but I would say having guys like Anthony Davis that can help the defensive side, have Trae Young who can help the offensive side, having this veteran help around this young crew, I seriously think that Wizards could make a run if this contract is signed. It currently is Thursday, June 18th, and again, he is set to become a free agent Monday, the 21st. So we're going to see what he does, but if he does decide to leave, that is an incredible bad look. But it's already been talked about with the agent that he's going to probably re-sign with the Wizards for a longer-term contract. So, big blow-up deal. I don't think it's a concern. If you're a Wizards fan that has a concern about that, I don't think you even need to worry about it. If you're someone around the league, I would worry about it, because that means Trae Young and the Wizards are coming for your spot. Now, is that a little biased? Of course. But I've seen this team. I know people joke about they curse you to watch all 82 games of the Wizards. I will say I am such a sports fan that I did watch all 82 games, and I saw promise in every single game. Maybe not a complete promise, but you always had a game where Keyshawn George had 30 points. Maybe we still lose, and the team didn't do great outside of him, but now we're having the developmental stuff. We're having the Trae Young step up. We have Anthony Davis to step up. Alex Czar even talked about how already in the short span that Anthony Davis has been here, he has helped out this team tremendously in the defensive side. And you saw Alex Czar, he's becoming what everyone expected the number 2 overall pick to become. I know a lot of people dunked on him about his summer league when he was a rookie. He's a 7-2 center. But he has some crazy numbers that he went through. He had some crazy stats that he has. I think he and Chet had about these. Chet Holmgren of the Thunder had around the same stats for a majority of the season. And that is the exact comp I think we have. We have guys on the bench that with this veteran help, with this young core, with this ownership, it should be a better team. But Trae Young is the main component if Trae Young signs with us again for a 3-year contract, because again, you don't know what happens. NBA is confusing as always. But if Trae Young does sign this 3-year deal and he actually commits to bringing a at least winning season to Washington, I think he might become probably the best Wizards player over the last decade. I know you could technically say because Russell Westbrook did play on the Wizards in 21, but I'm saying for impact-wise. Because we are in the middle of a rebuild season. And if he commits to us and becomes this superstar that everyone needs, I believe Trae Young is the main component of this team for their success in the future. Development is important. Having lottery picks is important. Developing guys is important. But I think Trae Young is the main component of all of that. So we're going to see what kind of contract it is for the 4-time All-Star, but a lot of teams are interested in him. But I think he signs with the Wizards, and I think this upcoming Wizards season should be a good one for all of these Wizards fans out here. I think we can finally get out of the basement. But if you enjoyed this update, please leave a like, subscribe. And again, I've been that one announcer, Simon. And until next time, I'll see you.